Hi everyone, Lionhearts here. Just doing a video on, well, to help answer a few questions I keep getting private messages and comments, basically. You know how you guys are always sending me stuff in like, will this spec work? Will this computer work? I'm about to buy a new one, I've got £800 to spend. What can you suggest? Basically, I'm also getting quite a few of you guys that obviously don't have enough money to buy a brand new machine, but really only need to upgrade the graphics card. However, the problem with going into the sort of the 9800 or 2200 series is that you might have bought your computer 3 years ago with a 7 series card, NVIDIA 7 series card, and the power supply will no longer be strong enough to power a graphics card. It's not to do with the watts, although watts are needed, but really my computer only uses 350. It's the amps that run through the 12 volt rails on your power supply, because it's these 12 volts that go into your graphics card and run your graphics card. And you have to have on these 12 volts. They normally go on rails. You normally have them on a single rail, so you have like 74 amps. So you have one big single rail with 74 amps, or you have 2 rails, or you have 4 rails, and 4 rails are the most common ones, sort of nowadays. And basically the amps are split across those 4 rails. It doesn't matter that they're split across those 4 rails, as long as as long as there's enough amps across all the rails to run the graphics card. Now the GTS 250 I think needs 32 amps, and the GTX 260 needs 36. If you're looking sort of the 280, 290, 295, probably need 40, 42. So basically this is to help people out who keep saying like, oh, how do I check to see if my old power supply is good enough? Because really it's enough spending sort of £100 on a new graphics card. You don't want to have to then spend another £60 if you don't have to on a new power supply. So basically, I was going to open up my case and show you that with it turned off, but I wanted to show you some stuff on this website where I got myself, so I thought instead of having to turn it off, turn it all back on, I'll just show you my old power supply and the information on there, because that has the same stuff basically, and I'll show you the box on my new one. If you guys are going to open up your computer, make sure you take the power cord out the back and turn off the switch, because you don't want to electrocute yourself, and also make sure you earth yourself by touching like a pipe or a tap or something like that, and you don't have like lots of nylon and stuff like that, because otherwise when you touch something inside your computer you'll short circuit everything and then it's completely useless. So on to the important stuff here. I'll just readjust the focus. Okay, right, what you're looking for on the side of your PSU, which I'll show you the same stuff on my old one in a sec, but basically this is my new one. You want to look for this stuff here, max output currency, and then you want to look for the 12 volt rails. This one's got 4. Okay, so it's got 12 on the first one, 18 on the second, 18 on the third, and 18 on the fourth. Don't worry about the others, they're fine. It says a 480 even though it is a 625. Basically, no power supply uses all of its amount on standard stuff unless you tweak it, and it says over here peak load, the maximum it can do basically is 700 if you want to push it, but underneath it shows you what it running it normally. This is 40 amps, 40A, so that it will happily run all of the latest cards really, even though maybe the later ones need like 42. This is good enough to push through that, and it's fine. So as I said, you either want one with 4 rails which splits it across those, or you want a single modular one which has just one big 12 volt rail with like 80 amps, 74 amps on it. Right, now I'll show you the same info, but where to locate it on your power supply. Right, I just need to readjust the focus again. Right, this is my old Nexus Real Silent PSU, taken out of its lovely box, all its cables here. Sorry, the strap from my camera is dangling down. I didn't really do a good job of tie it around there. Right, as you can see, all the cables are there, the underside of it here, the fan. This is the side that you need to be looking for, and right, as you can see, the back of mine is here, so it was slotted up like that in the top of my PC, that going out the back of it. So we'll show you the on the side, you want to look for a sticker like this. It should be the only information actually on it. Just readjust the focus again. Okay, so looking along here, my old one had a 12, the top there, plus 12 V1, so the first rail, 17.5A, and the plus 12 V2 only had 2 rails, 17.5A. And because it only had 2 rails, it was really getting really stressed out. Alright, it just said really twice, didn't I? Oh god, 3 times. Basically, that is why this PSU couldn't run it, because it was just struggling so much. So really, you want 4 rails or a big beastie singular rail. So that's where to find it on there. Also, when you're buying a PSU, gone out of focus. Also, when you're buying a PSU, you want to make sure it's got the right number of connectors for these new cards. The latest cards need 2 6-pin Molex adapters. I've got one. Where's the second one? Here we go. There's 2 of them here. Okay. Like that, 6 pins. And they plug and they power your graphics card. There's 2 bits on top of the graphics card, and you literally grab them like that and plug them in. As you can see, my one over here, my he says dropping the strap for the camera again. This one here, if we look up here, for my new power supply, where's this 2.6? There is the 2 6-pins. There's one there and there's one there. Also, most power supplies, even the old ones, come with an 8-pin socket. And so if you've only got one PCIe 6-pin Molex adapter, all the new graphics cards now should come with a adapter for your 8-pin to make it another 6-pin. So that's fine. Don't worry if you've only got one, as long as the amps are alright. So yeah, that's where to check the amps on your box. Just show you that again. You want to look for like a table like that on the side of it. My new one has a table like that, but obviously I'm not going to open up my PC while it's on and show you guys that. But that's exactly what it has there. Those 12 rails there. And then obviously the info on this one here, so you can see. Right, just show you guys the options, because a lot of you also ask me, like, well, what one do you recommend then if you say I need a new PSU? And I do say you do. So basically, I'll just hold this camera up to the screen, show you guys. Right, if I can adjust oh, just gone out of focus. There we go. Right, most of them cost about £60, so that's why I'm on the £60 page. www.novatech.co.uk. They only deliver within the UK, they don't do overseas, sadly. But this site will just basically help you, like, find the right one, and then you can go to, like, Best Buy if you're in the USA or whatever, and take a look for similar ones. Just look at the models. Hyper, right, the ones I'd suggest: Hyper, OCZ, or Corsair, which is very, very popular with most people, but they tend to be more expensive. So at the top here we've got an OCZ Fatality 550 watt. That'll be fine. Normally I suggest 600 watts because that's more future proofing, but that's fine. That's £63. Don't go for that one. But then under it we've got the OCZ Stealth Extreme 700 watt silent SLI ready 80X2 power supply, and that is £63. So you might as well go for that one. All of these I know for a fact, because when I came to buy my power supply, I looked at these ones. They all have the right number of amps, but Novatech don't actually show on the specification, I don't think, the number of amps on each rail. But if you just Google the name of the PSU, on the go to the manufacturer's website, they will have it all on there, all the specifications. That's fine, just check it on there. Or you can go on the Novatech live chat here, which is really helpful, and they'll tell you. The Corsair Angle, you've got this one. As I said, you only get a 550 watt for a higher price than the others. It's 68, that's the brand name of them. OCZ Mod Extreme Pro 600 watt, that's another good one. That's 68.99. And then underneath it we've got the Corsair 650 watt, which if you want to go for a Corsair, I'd go for that one, and that is £74. They don't do my Hyper anymore on here, but if you guys want to look for it, it's the Hyper S625, and it's a very, very good PSU. So yeah, I hope this has been useful for you guys, and hope that clears up what you've got to look for. Oh, you're looking at my crotch now. Lovely. Well, I think you were anyway, I can't see on this camera. But yeah, I hope that's been helpful for you guys. I will be getting some more Empire videos up this week. I was going to do another one today, but I've been trying to render this video about 3 or 4 times now, so I'm hoping this final one works. What else to say? Please comment, rate and subscribe on my videos. I did put up a video yesterday, USA versus Russia, which is quite good. I'm now using a Sony Vegas Pro 8 to encode my videos, so they're a lot better. Can't really think of much else, unless, of course, my forums, obviously, they're not really that active, so there's obviously there's loads of alternatives online, but I'd really appreciate it if there's anyone that wants to sort of get some people and get it active. So I've got some dust on there. So again, this has been another video by Lionheart. Please comment, rate, and subscribe, and yeah, see you guys soon.